During a karaoke night at the Willow that lasted roughly from 6 to 10 p.m., I sang Stressed Out by 21 Pilots, Yellow Submarine by the Beatles, That's Amore by Dean Martin, Yellow by Coldplay, and then the last song I sang was Sister Christian by Night Ranger. After singing those songs, Mom and I spent, I would guess, around 15 minutes playing a light gun arcade game. Excuse me. The intent was for us to both play the entirety of one of the campaigns for the game. Though, for some reason, I think the game, the arcade machine, got tricked somehow into believing that one gun, one of the light guns, which is modeled somewhere between a rifle and a shotgun. I've never heard of a pump-action rifle, but the light gun was modeled that way. Yes, I controlled the light gun to the right, and somehow the game assigned both players to that light gun. So I believe I controlled both players, while Mom tried to be one of the players. I believe she tried to be player 2. But I recall her playing as both players too. It couldn't be proven either way, since I didn't want to skip a turn in order to prove it either way. but I believe I controlled both players. Either around or before the time I sang the first song, of the karaoke night, Stressed Out by 21 Pilots, I had a cheeseburger's garbage plate with onion rings and mac salad as my sides, and all the fixins. Except mustard, if that counts as a fixin. On a garbage plate. I instead put on some ketchup. I had an intention of working on that polystyrene drawing unfinished project that I brought over. From my room in Mom's place. Despite the picture I took, I didn't do any work on that polystyrene drawing. Since the time I previously took a picture of it. If I recall, I believe I intended to draw a Hispanic woman but I couldn't figure out exactly what I wanted to do. Exactly what clothes I wanted to draw for the project. Since I decided not to bring the second Akina polystyrene drawing from Dad's place to Mom's place, since doing that carries a risk of some damage coming to the polystyrene drawing project, especially since I still don't have that weatherproof plastic container. Through Amazon that I intended to put a polystyrene drawing project in the future if I need to transport it in order to protect it from the rain. Or at least give it better protection than any plastic, canvas, or tote bag I can give it. Earlier today, roughly from 10:30 in the morning to the afternoon, early afternoon, I would say. Mom picked me up from Dad's place so we could go to an eye exam and new glasses appointment at Sterling Optical at our local mall. The eye exam didn't take too much time. It basically just consisted of me reading out the letters I saw. I read them out left to right. And some lights were shined into my eyes while I looked at one ear or the other of the doctor, the orthoticien. She only detected a very slight drop in one of my eyes. I believe, if I recall, it was the one on the right, but I'm not 100% sure. And for the other one, there was no change. Which is pretty good considering I believe that was my first eye exam in 2 to 4 years. And I spent some time looking at different frames for glasses. Primarily looking at frames that were similar to this, what I've had for past several years. And generally looking at frames that were either similar to it or more square and thin. Characteristics that are pretty similar to what I'm wearing currently. And spending some time thinking if essentially what frame would express who I am. And in the end, I settled on a pair that's the same brand. This is a Ray-Ban. And the new pair of glasses is the same brand, only this one will be black and gold. And for some reason, that one shouted out to me to some extent. Maybe because it looked more unusual while still looking professional. And being something simple and reliable. Either way, that's the frame that was ordered after considering roughly a dozen different frames. One of which included frames where the lenses were hexagon shaped. But it was just something I considered, but if I recall, both Mom and the technician said that those frames didn't look good on me. Generally, what looks good on me, or the best, is something that's square and thin. At least, that's what's said. Around 1 p.m., I had a large cup of pretzel bites with some cheese sauce and a Mexican chicken sandwich. Got the sandwich from the Burger King that's in the food court of the mall. And as for the pretzel bites, got those from a pretzel maker, though that's not in the food court of the mall. Rather, it's kind of just one of those food stores that are scattered throughout the mall that aren't part of the food court of the mall. It is something like that. I got a drink with that. It came from the pretzel maker. It's Hi-C. Haven't had that in a while. Around 10 in the morning, not too long before Mom picked me up from Dad's place. It was around 10:30, 10:40 that Mom picked me up. I had a bagel with butter. Since we didn't have any cream cheese left. At Dad's place, with a first cup of a morning pot Dad made, and the rest of the morning pot reserved for me. It was put in this thermos. Dad has. So I borrowed it. And hopefully I'll remember to bring it with me the next time Dad picks me up. Which won't be too long from now. And then, after we were done at the Willow, we made a stop at our local Wendy's, and we ended up getting 2 grilled chicken sandwiches, 2 Baconators, one of which I had just now, and a large twist Frosty. I had the Frosty pretty much immediately after we got home from that Wendy's. I was given this stuff along with a card by my mom for Valentine's Day. This is from a company called Nut Cravings, and this is part of a jerky bunny bag. It was nice for a mom to get me these presents. I had some of the nuts both immediately after getting it and upon getting back from the Willow and Wendy's and finishing that large twist Frosty.